Alright, hello YouTube. Today we have Brandon with
Hi.
his Plunder Patrol deck that he usually does really well with the locals. You've gotten like what, first, second, usually with it?
So during Etco format, I was undefeated for like a couple months straight. I don't know how, because this deck's kind of terrible.
Yeah. Alright, well go ahead and show us what you play.
Okay, so like I said, the deck's fairly bad, but there's an engine that helps until we get Raven. Okay, so there's 4 names. I kind of put them in order here. So these all have 2 effects each. You can only use each effect per turn. So some people don't play like 3 of each of these. I think they're really bad at this game if they don't do that, because these are all the names that currently exist for the Plunder archetype. So this is Golden Hair. This one's like really good. She's a tuner. 2 effects. You can reveal it in your hand, send a Plunder monster card from your hand or your field to the grave, summon herself, and then and that's it for the effect. And then the second effect is if she's in your graveyard, you can discard any card and then summon herself from grave. And you can only summon Plunders for the rest of the turn after that.
Yes. Alright, so these are the Plunder monsters.
So that's the first one. The second one here, if you control another Plunder that isn't only specifically himself, you could just reveal special him. And then if it's sent from Monster Zone or hand to grave, you can discard any card and draw a card.
Right.
So it's like definitely the least impactful, but like it helps because drawing cards is like really important in this like archetype. So these 2 have the same exact first effect. During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can summon a Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as the monster your opponent controls or is in their graveyard. And if you do, equip themselves to it. And then the secondary effect for the Redbeard is if it's sent from the hand or Monster Zone to grave, you can target a Plunder monster besides its specific name and meaning itself, and you equip itself to it. And then this one, if it's sent from hand or Monster Zone to grave, you can summon any of the Plunders from your main deck. So this one's the best one.
Nice. Alright. So that's what, 3, 6, 9, 12 Plunder
So
monsters?
12 Plunders. So they're very limited. We're getting another one at Lightning Overdrive. That one's actually like really good, like legit. So yeah. And then the only hand traps I play is Ash. So the reason for this is a couple reasons. I do play a secondary engine that really doesn't let me play Gamma. And then not only that, with Gamma, like the point of this deck is to always have monsters on board, because if you don't have monsters on board, you're probably just gonna lose. So like Gamma, like in a sense, only works in very niche situations. And like Ash is just like the best, most versatile hand trap in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Bell's not bad, and like other minor hand traps aren't bad, but this just does like the most.
Alright. After that.
Speaking of the secondary engine, so I play this for now, but oops, flush root. So I play this for now. I know it's brain dead, but like it does the job. So this sends this from hand or deck to grave as a cost to search this, and you activate this, summon a Dragoon. But the cool thing about Dragoon, the reason I do play it, is not because like it's Dragoon. It actually has synergy in the sense that like you can summon Dragoon, and like when it negates, you can like pitch. Where's it at? You can pitch Whitebeard from your hand to negate something, and then Whitebeard gets its effect to like summon Redbeard, so that's like even more interruptions for your opponent's turn. So it's not like just a Dragoon, it's a Dragoon plus like you're getting all these other effects going off. So not only they're having to play with the Towers type card, but like the Plunder monsters themselves, like I'll get into and you'll understand like what I mean.
Nice. Alright, so go ahead and continue.
Plus this helps get to the 40 mark. For one-ofs, I play Harpies because, you know, it's at 1. I play Callby. The funny thing about this deck is if you Ash any of the monsters in the extra deck, they don't get their effects. And, like, Ash sometimes kills this deck. So, like, you have to play, like, Callby. And then I play a Terraforming, and the reason why is because it has 3 field spells. This has 3 effects. First effect, Conditionary, gives all Plunder Patrol monsters you control 500 attack for each Plunder card in the Spawn Trap Zone. So as you can imagine, they get like fairly big because on average you have like about 2 to 3 in the spell trap zone. So like your Whitebeard is going to always be at like 25 to 3k attack for a level 4 normal summon monster.
Nice.
And you know, like the ships can get really big. Then it has 2 other effects that trigger. So the first effect is in the field spell zone you can discard any card, search any Plunder Patrol card except the field spell, and that's like, you know, ridiculous. And the secondary effect is if it's in your grave, you can target a Plunder card in your Spawn Trap Zone. It sets itself, and then if it does that, it bounces the said card to the hand.
Nice.
So broken thing is like you can like target one of the extra deck cards, put it back in extra deck, and it still sets itself. Or even if they like remove it, like the first thing it does is sets, and then like bounces.
Help recycle your engine. Alright.
So like it's really never dead. So they kind of have to like banish it to get rid, like to really get rid of it. This is the fusion spell, ship shape shipping. It's literally a polymerization for fiends. That doesn't matter. That like you never do that. I only play one because the secondary effect is you can banish it from grave, target a plunder monster you control, either equip an emblem of the Plunder Patrol or a Plunder Patrol monster straight from the deck to the monster. And then emblem here is the equip spell. This has 2 effects. First effect is you can equip it to any Plunder Patrol monster. So like if you ever do play mirror match, this card's just cheating and it's like the win condition. And then the monster that is equipped with this card cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects. And then it gains 500 attack. Nice. And then if this is equipped to a card, you can send this to grave, summon a plunder monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as a monster on the field or in either player's graveyard. And then whatever monster this was equipped to, you summon to that monster. So I know it's like kind of confusing, but basically is, say this is a plunder monster, you equip, you do this, summon out X monster from extra deck, and then equip it. And then this now gives this monster 500 attack.
Nice.
So it's a little confusing, but like once you like understand what it does, it's like fairly easy. And then like I played 3 Droplet because this deck like really benefits off playing Droplet. Like it's just a good card, but like you can send like your Whitebeard, your Redbeard. Like you can go Chain Link 1, activate their effect, and then Chain Link 2 do this, sending the card. So it'll still summon out the monster from extra deck, and you got to negate something and cut it in half.
Cool.
Which is like really good. Plus this deck like has trouble like dealing with like negates or like, you know, stuff that's like untargetable and undestroyable. And then the last card is Plunder Patrol Booty. Funny name, but like this has 1 effect. So basically you target 1 monster your opponent controls, 1 face-up monster, declare an attribute, it becomes that attribute, then you can take a plunder monster from grave, either special summon it or shuffle it back in the deck.
Nice.
So this is really important. This is definitely like kind of the heart and soul of the deck. Because like not every matchup is going to have every attribute you need. We don't have wind or earth, and like annoyingly enough, a lot of matchups that like could be really easy aren't really easy because, you know, they don't really have the attributes for you.
Alright, so that's the main deck. How many cards?
Oh, it's just 40.
Alright, so now let's go through your extra deck.
It's for extra deck. So obviously I do play the Dragoon engine. We'll just go through that first. I play Dragoon. I also play Verte. I like never summon this card, but like it's there just in case you have to, because sometimes just doing this wins. So, you know, that is kind of the name of the game. I do play an Almirage. The only reason I play this is because you can normal summon Golden Hair, link off into this. Golden Hair's effect revives herself.
She's a 1 card.
She's basically like a 1.5 card Blackbeard, which is this. And I play 3 of this. You have to play 3 of this. This card is just has 1 effect. So basically, you target 1 effect monster you control, and including it can target itself. Special summon a Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as a monster your opponent controls or is in their graveyard. And if you do, equip the card, whatever monster was targeted to it, and draw 1 card mandatorily. So it's really good because you draw cards, which is necessarily, and you'll understand why. And then it's just getting your engine going. So and it only takes 2 monsters that includes a Plunder monster. So like it's like super easy to make. Like it's easier to make than Galatea is. So like if you play against dinos, you can use a plunder and the dino token, and like that helps like with that matchup a lot. For the extra deck monsters, there's only these ones that currently exist. So I'll go in them in order. So this one is
Monster Negate.
So they all have 2 effects. This one's a Dolka. So the first effect is during either player's main phase, you can special summon a plunder monster from your hand or your spell and trap zone to the main monster zone. And then its secondary effect is when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can discard a Plunder Patrol card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. And then if it was equipped with a Plunder card and it destroyed the card, you can search any Plunder Patrol card from your deck to your hand.
Nice.
So this one's like really good. Then we played 3 Mork. This is also the other one you have to play 3 of. This is probably like the main one you go into the most. So this one has 2 effects. So if it has Exceeds materials, it's a ding for all plunder cards. And then the secondary effect is you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, discard a Plunder Patrol card, banish it, and then you can add any Plunder Patrol spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And then if it's equipped with a Plunder Patrol card, it becomes a quick effect. So
Nice.
if these 2 are not equipped with Plunder cards, they're only just spell speed 1s. So that's like why the mechanic of this deck is like a lot of equipping, just because it makes these quick effects.
Yeah.
Plus like the field spell makes them like really
They become
good.
actual disruptions.
Yeah. And then this one is just the opposite to this. It's a Cosmic Cyclone. So you discard a Plunder Patrol card, target small trap opponent controls, banish it, and if you do, you add a monster, and then you can add a Plunder Patrol monster from your deck to your hand. And then this one has a secondary effect where it gives all other fiends 500 attack. So this one plus the field spell like really helps making your stuff big. So if you own like 2 of these and like a field spell, you probably just win the game because your chips are just so giant.
Nice.
And then that's the deck.
All right. Well, thank you, Brandon. Is there anything you would probably change in this, or is this pretty solid to you?
So at the current moment, like I think I don't really want to play this engine. I just have to, just because like, it's the only way to keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh. But once Raven comes out, I'll definitely change it up and probably put like Prosperity and maybe Talents in.
Nice.
But other than that, like I think this is probably just the best way you can play it. That'll actually keep up with the meta.
All right. Well, thank you, Brandon, for this.